Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another YouTube video via myself. Today we're going to be talking about something a little bit more casual in regards to my streaming journey and how I got from where I started to where I am right now and all the little bits in between. We're going to break this down into a certain particular frame in different sections where we're going to talk about where I started, gaming as a passion, and what I did for a career before I got into streaming, setting myself apart from other people when I did start streaming, what I did as my journey as a streamer when I first started off. Anything that I was doing, on the journey where I was seeking new opportunities and ideas for me to really kind of set myself apart in the streaming world as well. Asking how bad I wanted it back then, how bad I wanted to get into full-time streaming and the opportunities that the community gave me and to take the opportunity of full-time streaming as well. When I made the transition to full-time streaming, I'm going to talk a little bit about that. Recent successes this year in terms of Twitch partner, Discord partner, any of the partnerships and other things that we'll be speaking about as well. And then my current situation where I've just recently turned into a one-game streamer, moving into Call of Duty, moving slightly away from variety. So let's make a start. Section 1, where I started, how I got into it. I've been personally gaming my whole life. I've been gaming since the age of 3-4 years old, so this was nothing new to me. I've always wanted to get into gaming. I was really into the competitive scene. Grew up with like Halo 3, Halo 2, Call of Duty 4, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, always doing like game battles and thinking, how can I get into the gaming scene? How can I make a name for myself in the gaming scene? Unfortunately, university came around. I was doing like LANs and scrims and stuff, trying to better myself and get my name out there. University came around. I realized how important studies were. I wanted to get that little piece of paper behind me. So I kind of put gaming to the side and just did it for fun for a couple of years until I got my degree sorted. I did a degree in events management, studied at Sheffield Hallam University, studied for 4 years, and I have a 2-1 bachelor's degree behind me now, which is great because I have something, as tangible success if I ever need it. I then moved into events and hospitality-based work, moving into sales. Did that for a couple of years. And then kind of got into streaming by accident because a friend of mine, he kind of convinced me to do it. I didn't have the setup for it. I didn't really know what I was doing. I didn't know anyone in the scene. I started from nothing and no one. To prove to you guys that I literally got here with nothing and no one. It all shows about the hard work and what it takes to get there, and you can do it no matter what situation you start off in. So I started with nothing, no one, 0, using my own phone to try and help me to get to affiliate because I couldn't get enough views. It took me like a month and a half to even try and get myself to affiliate. That was really difficult, but we got there in the end. And then across that journey, I was always looking to set myself apart. As I kind of got into it, I started to develop more and more pieces. I sold my console away. I committed fully to PC, learnt mouse and keyboard, committed to my setup, added to it slowly and surely, and just kept adding and adding and adding, investing piece by piece. Moving down the line very slightly, let's say towards 8 months in, I'd already established a community behind me called the Australian Streaming Community, as you guys will know as the SSC. The ways that I did to build that was create my own Discord, try and make it a place where people could come in and not be the same as every other Discord, but have it as a place where people could come in and interact with myself, interact with my content, people that enjoy my content, have a place for them to all kind of diverge and meet each other. I'm very big on community feel and making sure to bring people together because at the end of the day, we're all on the same journey here. And I don't want it just to be about me. I want it to be about me and everybody who's involved in my journey as well. The higher I go, the more I want to bring the people who helped me get there in the first place. Because at the end of the day, you ain't going to get there if it isn't for the people to help you get there. So that's kind of brings me up to the first 8 months. I'd realised that financially I was doing very well in streaming. The viewership was there. I'm living at home. No kids, mortgage or anything like that. I haven't got many overheads, just my car. So the situation for me was great. I have that perfect situation where if I want to take that risk and try full-time streaming for a couple of years to see how it goes, this is it, because maybe in future if I do have kids or I do get my own place or whatever, that might not be a possible option for me. So I thought, this is the chance. So what I did, before jumping straight into it, I took a 2-week break from my previous job and I tested the financials. I ran a full-time schedule for 2 weeks, see how that went, compared it to my previous 2 weeks before that, or like a normal 2 weeks before full-time streaming, and I saw a gigantic difference, like a ridiculous difference on how much I could do if I really put my time and effort towards this. And I realized if I was doing all that in 2 weeks, what could I do over time and over a period of months, So I thought, I'm gonna make the jump. So I did it, but I did it through a tried and tested way. I did it through a way where I knew it was beneficial for me rather than just kind of risking it and thinking, I hope this works out. I'd already built something behind me. I'd already worked hard to get to where I was. And yeah, it kind of just all fell into place. So going into full-time streaming, after that part, it was all about setting myself apart and try and find, new opportunities to make myself stick out from other people. There are thousands, maybe even millions of streamers on the platform, and you got to provide something where people are going to want to come and check your content out, because people are very busy these days. There's thousands of people for them to watch. Are you even playing the game that they want to watch, or do have you got such an addictive personality where people will come to watch you more for you? So it's about setting yourself apart, being unique, trying to find your own way of sticking out from the crowd, as I like to call it. And always seek new opportunities, because at the time of when you start to become complacent, if you get complacent in everything that you're doing and you're not really going out there and trying to seek new things, it's going to become really difficult for you to keep stepping upwards. To keep going upwards, you've got to keep searching out for new things. To get out of that bubble, you've got to pierce that bubble, and you've got to go out there and seek new opportunities and seek new ideas. Because if you just kind of just sit in your own little bubble, well, there's nothing wrong with that if you enjoy what you do and you just do it for fun. But I'm talking more of a for those that really want to try and make it to, the top level, you really got to try and push yourself out there. So I was always looking to set myself apart, always seeking new opportunities. I built the community behind me. Obviously, I went to university, and did work for a couple of years as well, so I have experience behind me. I have my degree behind me. So if it does go wrong, or if anything does ever happen with streaming where I can't do it anymore, I know that I can go straight back into a job with my experience, with my degree behind me as well. I would always ask myself, how bad did I want it? And I was always lucky enough to have a family that supported me in whatever career decision I was doing. So I knew I wanted this from the moment I first got into it and started getting really addicted to streaming. I knew entertaining and gaming was the route that I wanted to go down. I always thought it was a competitive route, and I still am quite competitive. So all you people that watch me play Call of Duty and stuff, you see that competitive side come out of me. But I've channeled that and put it more into entertainment, as I realised this is something more for me rather than just competitive gaming, if that makes sense. In the journey of the full-time streaming, everything has been up and down. It's been a very up and down roller coaster. There's been times where I've kind of sat there and thought, how am I going to keep going? How am I going to make things different? How am I going to make things unique? There's been other times where everything's just kind of like fell into place and it's just kind of worked out. And there's other times where it's just been kind of like in the middle. I've been thinking, yeah, I'm doing okay, but I feel like I could do better. Or I'm doing well, but how come I'm doing better than I was last month? You just never know what you're going to get in this world. And in some ways that kind of keeps me really excited about things, because you don't know what's coming. And that's kind of like what I like about it, because it keeps me focused. It keeps me motivated and wanting to achieve and to seek new things, because I never know where this can take me. End of the day with streaming, there is no cap on what your view account can be. There is no cap on your opportunities that you can get. There's no cap on where it can take you in life. And I love that about it. And the fact that I can work for myself and plan it myself, and I know if I fail, it's down to me and nobody else, then that is what drives me. And I'm just ashamed that it took me so long to get into it, because I've actually been on Twitch for around 8-9 years now. In the days of Justin TV, I was here, I was watching it. I should have got into it back then. However, things are what they are. My whole life may have been different if I did that, because I may have not studied, I don't know. But I got into it when I did. I have my secure background behind me, and I'm very, very happy with how things are right now. Moving through from that, after we got into full-time streaming, moving into the year of 2019, I did hit Twitch Partner. Thank you to my amazing community who were behind me through that whole process. It was a very up and down process. I applied 5 times for partnership, got it on the 5th time. So to any of you guys that may be watching this that have applied for partnership or are thinking about applying for partnership, don't be discouraged on a denial. Don't think that partnership is everything, because once you get it, you kind of just realize it is what it just is. It's a verification tick, a couple of extra emotes, and you get there's a few other little bit pieces and benefits from it. It's a great thing to have. It's a milestone, but don't make your whole career about that, because once you get it, you'll kind of just think, well, I've got it now, you know what I'm saying? So it's a milestone, nothing more. Don't let it also change your attitude in the way that you are as a person, because your community will see that, and your community will move away from you if they see that you change once you do hit that partnership. You are no better than anybody else. It's just a milestone. It's just a tick. That doesn't make you superior to anybody else. Keep that in mind, okay? Then we hit Discord partnership. Since then, big ups to the SSC and to the whole Stallion streaming community family that have always stuck behind me. We hit the partnership with that. Since then, we've been partnered with Splitgate. We're now partnered with Streamloots, and I have a big announcement which is coming today, which I can't really announce on stream or announce on here, sorry, as I don't want people to know that just yet, because I want to announce it on Twitter first. Moving us up to the current situation in 2019. This year has just been seeking opportunities, trying to better myself, watch my VODs back. How can I become better every single day? How's the audio looking? How's the sound looking? How's the video looking? How is there any issues on stream? What can I be doing better? Seeking new opportunities. I made an Instagram page. I became more active on social media. I started DMing people that I didn't know, trying to get my name out there. I've made some vital connections in the industry to try and hope to stabilize myself and then push myself forward. Moving up through that to the one game streamer situation that I'm in now, I've made a very scary leap. I've always been variety. I've always moved around different styles of games. You know, I started off as an RPG streamer, moving into horror games, which kind of, you know, established me up to a certain number. And then when I realized that I had the community already behind me, I moved into where my passion was, and that's FPS. Since then, it's been kind of like just a journey of waiting for the right game. Now Call of Duty's out. I've been very much a Call of Duty and Halo fanboy since back in the day. I know Halo's coming to PC soon, and that will definitely make its way into my schedule when it does. Apart from that, you know, Call of Duty Modern Warfare is where I'm now taking my channel. My content is going to be based around that. I'm still going to do like a community night where we're going to try and get an interview in. We're still going to do the Let's Talk Hype unit because I'm very passionate about that. I love my team. And yeah, it's just really exciting to see where things are going to go. I don't know where one game streaming is going to take me. I don't know how much this Call of Duty community is going to last, but I'm going to keep pushing because I really enjoy the game. I've got everything in the green so far. My community are standing behind me. They love the content, what's coming forward. So I'm really, really happy where I am right now. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the current story of my last 18 months shrunken down into a very small video. Thank you all so much for watching the video. You can find all my social media links underneath. You have a blessed day.